Hello everyone. In this video, we will look at the Azure migration piece. We're gonna start by creating on-premises network first, and then we're gonna create. So we will use Azure for that one. We won't gonna create any external or VM because or a virtual box because it will take a long time. We're just going to give you an overview how it works. So let's start by creating on-prem resource group, I'm going to call it, and then let's put this one in, let's say, South UK and create. So we're going to create a virtual machine, Windows Server 2019, and then we're going to install the we're going to install on top of that we're going to install the Hyper-V, and we're going to create a virtual machine in Hyper-V or VM, and then we're going to use that one to migrate over to our Azure network. So let's, like I said, we started by creating a resource group, and now let's create a virtual machine. You will, if you follow it, you will understand what we are doing here, but just I give you an overview. So this one we're going to call it host machine. I will pause. It will not take these. I have to pause it in middle. I'm gonna pause it few times in middle because it's gonna be a lot of time it will take. It should take hyphen. Yep. So host machine is done. It was actually a space in the end. That's why it doesn't like it. So I'm gonna give it 2 CPU and 8 gig of memory because we're gonna be installing Hyper-V on it. So we're gonna need some resources. And let's create our okay, I'm gonna just use default. There is nothing special we need in this machine. It's just it need to be RDP, and then yeah, let me give it HTTP and HTTPS just in case if we have to test some web stuff. Okay, next, and then just checking something here. Okay, that's fine. And let's wait for it to review. Yep, perfect. So that's been getting created now. We will wait for it to get created. Let me adjust my mic. Yep, should be right now. Okay, so we will wait for it to get created. Okay, perfect. So our machine is created. So let's RDP into it. You can use the public IP address or you can use connect and do RDP and download and click enter, and it will straight take you to the RDP. So we call that machine desktop. Okay, we're gonna log in now. Okay, while it's getting logged in, so let's create another resource group where we're gonna do the migration piece. So migration, all the machine which we're gonna get migrated from our on-prem will come here. So this is our like Azure main source. So I'm gonna call it as AWS East US hyphen Azure. Let's wait for it to create. We won't gonna create a virtual machine is just because we are doing a VM migration. We're just gonna create a resource group where it will come. You can create it while it's doing migration, but it's handy this way. And I will also create a VNet as well, which will help us. So we're gonna call it VNet VNet East US. Sorry, hyphen Azure. So just keep the same naming convention. Just checking its time. Okay, let's wait for it to create. Just to let you know, this video might gonna go a bit longer because we have to do quite a bit of installation and checking. So I'll try to keep it short by pausing it a few times. Okay, so just gonna wait for this one to get created. Okay, so that's done. And also we're gonna need a storage group as well. Before let me create network security group just in case, and as network security group, because we might gonna need it for we're gonna call it network security group is US hyphen Azure create. Okay, now that's created. Now let's add the inbound rule quickly. I'm not gonna explain because if you watch my old video, there is I have put down everything in like explain everything why we're creating these ones. And let's add, and now let's associate this one to our. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna wait for it to finish. Yeah, that's created. Our VNet subnet. We will keep it. We kept it default, so we're gonna use it default. Okay. So that's created. Now let's create a storage account. We're gonna need storage account. So just remember this thing that what we are creating, because I will explain you when we're gonna need these things. So just gonna use same as my name, which I used before, middle of my name, and then storage. And don't have to do anything here and create. Okay. So while it's getting created, so we gonna move from portal back to our machine. This is our Windows Server 2019. So that's where we need to install Hyper-V and create a virtual machine, and that machine we're gonna migrate. Okay, I hope you understand what we're trying to do here. So let's first thing first, I always disable this thing. Okay, and next thing we will do is to add a role. Next, next, next. Look for Hyper-V. As you can see, Hyper-V is there. Add features. Just give it a minute. Yep, it will select necessary stuff which need to be. Just go next. Oh, make sure you click these two. else you don't have any network connection. Yeah, leave this default setting. Restart destination server. No, just install it. While it's getting installed, let's quickly get our what we're after, the Azure. Yeah, the Azure server. No, sorry, the Chrome. So Chrome, Google Chrome. We need to log into the Azure portal from here. Google Chrome. Download now. Okay, there are two things which we need from this Chrome while this is getting installed. Yeah, it's still in processor. It will restart once it's done. So we need Windows. So for our VM image, we need ISO file. So let me download Windows 10. Download. You can download Windows server, any Windows you want to download. You can use it. I'm just gonna try to get hold of Windows 10 image. Okay, I agree. Yes, so that is okay. Download now. It will download a tool and build the Windows 10. You can use any operating system you want, but I will just quickly do Windows 10. I'm pretty sure you guys have used this tool. It's very straightforward and easy to use. Okay, so restart is pending on this, and this is also taking time. Just gonna wait for this start. You know what? Let's give it a restart, and let me accept this. I will pause the video. So what I will do, I will get the ISO image ready and then in restart the machine, and I will show you after that. Let me pause it so we can save some time. Guys, so what we have done, we have resumed the recording. So now we should have, so what we have done, we installed Chrome and we have finished the hypervisor, and that's it. And I also, we have downloaded the ISO image for Windows 10. Here we go. So now let's launch hypervisor. We type in the start hypervisor, it will come up. Also called HyperV. So it's very straightforward to build a machine. Just create new virtual machine, and next we're gonna call it DM1 DM1 on-prem. Okay, and next RAM I will give it 2048. Next, make sure you connect with the network adapter. We're gonna leave the setting as it is. Next, this is where you need to define your ISO image. and our image was under was download. Yes, download. And click next and finish. Okay, so what it will do, it will go and build the machine. It's just take some time. Okay, I will show you the process when you start building the machine. Okay, also what I will do while it's doing it, let me start the thing. We'll keep it yes, next, pretty much next, next, next. And then let's see. I don't have the key. I'm just gonna skip this one because we're just doing it for like testing. Okay, so that's getting created. Let's log into our Azure portal from here because it will be easy to do few bits like certificates, etc. We're gonna need. Don't want it to be set as a default. Sign in and let's use our 2001 at short.com. Okay, so that's done. So we are in our portal from the machine itself. Okay, now let's see what we got here. So as you know, we got one resource group on-prem, and then we got our Azure group where we're gonna migrate the machine to. Okay, now in here, let's search for Azure Migration. Okay, select Azure Migration. And now what we need to do, we need to create a new project. For that, if you look on your left, select server database and web app, hit create. And then look for our resource group. This is a resource group which we want to use. I'm gonna call it migration. Migration on-prem to Azure. We keep United States. This one we're gonna keep as it is, public endpoint, and let's hit create. Okay, still going on. Okay, perfect. So our project has been created now. You will see there are two important piece here. You can see. So the one which we need to focus is Azure Migration Server, Azure Migration Server migration. So for this, you need to first go through discovery piece, replicate piece, migration piece, and then overview. Actually, there are three-step overviews just to show you how it looks. So let's start with the discovery item. You can use a discovery item from here as well, but like I said, you will use it from here. Just hit on discovery. Okay, what type of discovery we are after? We are doing HyperV. Okay, so where is our Azure is in East US? Just confirm. And now let's create a resource. So this is the same resource group where our let me show you the same resource group where our where we are where we are planning to put our resource VM is. That's the one, East US, and UK South. We define our on-prem. Okay, now let's go back. We will wait for this one to finish. Let's see our machine. It's not bad. It's 36%. I will pause the video and I will meet you when it's finished. Hello, welcome back. So yeah, that's created. And once it's created, you will see this window comes up. So what it's asking here to prepare your Hyper-V or Hypervisor host server, download this replication provider and use the installer. So what we need to do, we need to download the registration key. So you can download the hypervisor replicator, but I got the link here. I will use that link, or you can use the same from this because I noticed sometimes this link does not work. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for some reason. I was testing it earlier as well. So this is a link. You can follow it. So if you type update 50 Azure web recovery side, you will see this one. So these are the two which we are after. So let me download first. And let me click on the second one as well. There is small software to install, and also we need to download the registration key as well. Okay, that's downloaded as well. Okay, let's start with the first agent. So you need to install both of them. Our machine is almost there. Next, just use the default setting. I don't want to update. Next, install. Okay, this will take quite a few moments, so let me pause the video and I will see you in a minute. Hello, welcome back. So that's done, and I will proceed to registration. You can see our machine is building behind as well. Okay, if you remember, we downloaded that key from this link, so let's select that one and open. It might fail, yes, that's what I was expecting. So if it happens, just cancel this one and install the second software. We need to install both of them to make it work. Just gonna wait for the software to come up. Here we go. It's up to you. You want to turn the updates on and off. I will keep it off. Install. Use a default location. So now let's do register. And now in here, you need to provide the key, and it will take the key this time under the download, and it was this migration. Okay, you can see it picks up. So the key contains the description of our subscription, vault name, and other piece of information. So I can use without the proxy. Next. Let me pause it. Once it's register, we'll come back. Okay, that's done, and just gonna hit finish. Okay, so let's have a quick look. So our machine is almost going through. I'm gonna leave it running. Okay, now what we need to see is our hypervisor registered here. So it can take some time. So let me click it. You know what I should have done? I just should have waited, but let's see. It should appear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So you can see it says one connected, which is good. And now you need to click on finalize registration. Let's click that one and give it some time. Okay. It tells you, as you can see, 10 to 15 minutes. Let me pause this one for now. And when it's finalized, I will come back. And also our Windows machine is building in the background as well. We got a couple of things going at the same time. So I will pause it for now, and once it's registered, I will come back. So hello back. So yeah, it registered. Didn't took more than 3 minutes, to be honest. It did said 15 minutes, but it took 3 4 minutes. Okay, that's done. So now let's go back. So we done the discovery piece, and now we need to do the replication piece. So let's see if that options open us up for us or not. Vision, okay. So we need to wait. So let's keep updating this, and we wait for our machine as well. Machine should not take too long now. Ah, perfect. So you can see our replication is there now. We should be able to see one recovery piece here, but let's see the replica and see what's showing underneath. So in replication, click on Hyper-V. Next, set up it manually. So this is our VM. If you remember, this is what we named it. It's still building up in the background, but like it's there now. Click next. Now this is where you define your own Azure portal information. So I want this VM to be in resource group East US. That's why we created the storage account and virtual network, and subnet is default. And I don't want any redundancy. And then already have eligible Windows servers license. We're just doing testing, so shouldn't be any problem. Okay, I don't know why it's taking too long to build, but it's in process. Click next. Now this is our machine. We will give it 1 core and 2 gig of RAM. It's a Windows machine, and the disk is also gone on-prem. And let's click next. That's the machine with 127 gig. Click next. We're not gonna give any text to this. It should be ready anytime now. And let me wait for this one to finish, and then I will click replicate. I will pause the video and wait for this machine to build, and then we will click next for application. See you in a minute once it's done. Hello, hello back. So it's just getting created in the background. That's the thing which we need. So let's click on replicate now and wait for the replication to finish. You can see it's still in progress, and let's give it a few more minutes. Okay, we're still waiting for it to complete. Let me pause it again. Okay, so that's done. So let's do a refresh. We actually don't need internet for this. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, we got one discovery and we got one replica here. So now let's do migration. So this is the last piece which we need to look at. And I don't want to shut the machine down. Okay, this can take some time. So what we should able to see is our VM here. So I'm gonna pause the video again because last time when I was going through it, it took quite a while to be honest. So what we will see under our resource group, let me go to our resource group. We will see the VM getting created here. So at the moment, you can see we only got the storage account, VNet, and network security group, and the migration vault. Yeah, which is all in same. That's perfect. And we will also see a VM here as well once we start doing the migration. So at the moment, we just prepared everything. As I said, we're not concerned about this one because we're just doing the normal. It will build anyways. Okay, now let's go to our migration tool again. As a migration and service database. And we got one discovery. Okay, oops, we need to go back. Let's try our migration. Oops, I think I saw something came up, but it disappeared. Okay, I will pause the video and I will keep this on this screen and then let's wait for application to happen. Okay, I'm back now, so you can see it start appearing now. It can take some time. Sorry, it was there and disappeared again. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. It sometimes comes and disappear. It was there earlier when we saw it. Let me do another refresh. So we got these two. Let's do another refresh. And we are waiting for the migration. Under the migration, we need to see the VM. Yeah, it did came and then it disappeared. Okay, we will give it some more time to be honest, and then we will see. I'm just gonna put it on mute again. Sorry, pause again. Okay, I'm just going to show you that this machine is there. So we are still waiting for it. So if I show you migration, still does not come up. If I even say no, but if you check under the hypervisor, it tells you how much replication has been done. It's only 3%. So this will take some time. So I will pause and show you once it's done. If I do refresh here under the replica, you can see the health as well. So health seems to be all right. Normal and everything is normal. So let's pause video and wait for it to finish. Hello. So as you can see, we can see the machine showing up. Now let's hit the migrate. So migrate have started. It will take some time. So we'll come back to you once it's done, and I will pause the video for just for now. Okay, I'm back. So you can see that migration is done. So if you do a refresh and let's see what it shows up, we should see a virtual machine. Yep, perfect. So that's the machine which we were after. It's up and running as you can see. The same on-prem machine, I have turned it off earlier, so it's there now. So perfect. So that's what we were after. So we have a successful migration done for a machine, and perfect. So what I will do, we'll stop the recording here, and I will see you in another video at some point. And I will say thank you for watching.